Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen and today we will be breaking down the latest Blue Protocol dev stream. Now this is for the Japanese version, so I'm not too sure on how different things will be for global, considering that Amazon Games is actually publishing it. From the looks of it, Blue Protocol will be a free-to-play MMO that's available on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, with the option to team up with a max of 6 players in a team and a max of 30 players for a raid group. When running around in the world of Blue Protocol, you're able to see up to 200 players in the main towns and then 30 players on field. There are also some solo instances called time attack or score attack dungeons where it is up to you to be able to clear them or not. If you're looking for some group content, there are things that you can do, such as the Endless Tower. These are instances that you can clear with a team and they are tied into missions. You can progress through each floor by just clearing the current one. Every 5 floors that you clear, there are resting stages where you can rebuff for the team and heal up. You do have to be careful in here and probably have some teammates who are willing to work with you, because there are a total of 12 lives for the players, for all players combined. So you really want to make sure that you're coordinating things and helping each other out. You can completely clear out a tower for the missions, and they will be adding some more towers in the future. For those of you who don't exactly have too much time to play games or just want to play Blue Protocol casually, Extended Rewards is a mechanic in the game where it'll allow you to basically stay caught up with other players without having to play every single gosh darn day. Basically how it works is that each and every day you get an extended reward try, and you don't have to use it every day because it stacks up to 10. So you can just let it stack up to 10 if you really don't have the chance to play too much, and then just blast it all in one day. And for these extended rewards, you can actually use them in the dungeons or missions. That way you can earn some extra rewards in the dungeons that you're going to do anyways. Now, if you're a player that struggles to find other people to play Blue Protocol with, maybe your friends just aren't interested in it, or they're just not online at the same hours as you are, the developers added a ton of different options for you to try and find other players that are doing the same things. There's an option called Instant Party where you can enable so that you can party up with players that have the option enabled too. And these are going to be like nearby players that have Instant Party activated. There are some advantages to be in a party, such as shared drops. So if there are people in your party doing similar missions or just doing missions around you, you'll be able to share drops, etc. The developers have really been trying to implement these sort of benefits and whatnot to encourage team play, group play, and just making it a lot easier to find a team, to find people to play with, to be social with other people in an MMO, as it should be. You can also just directly invite your friends to a party. There's matchmaking for dungeons, but for raids, you'll probably have to look in the recruitment list. But you can also look for players for dungeons too in the recruitment list. In the previous CBTs, it wasn't necessarily easy to find if you guys were able to participate. I, for one, wasn't. But I'm crossing my fingers that we'll be invited for the global CBT in the future. But for the recruitment list, you can filter for different content that you're looking for. For instance, if you're looking for dungeons, you can filter out just dungeons, and people can add tags to their posts such as practice or clear or recruiting anyone and everyone, or you can gatekeep it and set a minimal requirement for battle score. There's also an option to pick specific classes for the 6 slots. If you're, for some reason, not wanting any archers and you're just wanting mages. For the gaming communities out there or friend groups, you are able to create a guild. So how it works is that you can only be in one guild at a time. And at the start, the player slots for the guild are going to be pretty low. You're able to gain more player slots by playing the game in general. So you and your guildmates, your current guildmates, just play the game, level up your guild, and then you'll be able to invite more people in. The developers have stated that they are going to add more features to guilds and teams after the release of Blue Protocol. I myself will be playing lots of Blue Protocol when it releases next year. So if you're at all interested in more Blue Protocol content or my content in general, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you're interested in being on the same guild as me and my community, please do join up on our Discord and we can just nerd out together on upcoming Blue Protocol things and such. The devs have really been trying to bring the world of Blue Protocol to life and just making it feel alive and full of life, not just a big space of nothing. You can interact with almost any animal you see around in the town and mount inside the town too, and you should be able to see players and such, and it's not just a dead world. There are these chef NPCs placed around the world. The color of their clothing indicates what kind of buffs they can give you if you eat their food. Now, these are free buffs, so it doesn't hurt to collect these around the world. Some other things that you can find around the world while exploring are happy nappos, which is a part of a minigame where you just have to collect all of the hidden ones around the map. And I'm sure these are tied into limited rewards and whatnot, specific to this minigame. For testing purposes, the devs will only place in a few of these happy nappos around the map to prevent them spoiling. I absolutely love the idea that they're not releasing all of the happy nappos right away, so players will properly have a chance to explore the world and not just following an interactive map or all of these guides that are already out there. If you're like me and like to customize your character over and over and over again, depending on which mood you are, lucky for you, there's going to be a salon shop available in Blue Protocol. This allows you to customize your character again, whether it be hairstyle, eyes, eyelashes, teeth, mouth, or even changing your gender. You can save these customizations by using tickets, but if you don't have these tickets, which you can earn through the battle pass or other missions, you can just save it as a preset. So when you do have a ticket, you can just go ahead and switch it up. After completing some amount of the main story quest, you'll be able to unlock dyeable gear. Some of your gear that you find or craft will be dyeable, but you do need dyes to be able to dye it. So you can't just go to a shop and just change it to whatever color you want if you don't have that color. You can tell if a piece of gear is dyeable if it has a color mark, but not all gear will be able to be dyeable. So some you do have to purchase with real money, but a lot of things you can earn through in-game events and such. If you love taking a crap ton of screenshots and such in these beautiful MMOs, luckily for you, there is a proper photo mode in Blue Protocol. You can use skills in photo mode for your pictures, but they will be on a cooldown to prevent some exploits from happening. Of course, you can emote during the photo modes and they will be looped. What's really awesome is that there's a menu to individually pause each player while they're emoting in photo mode. So you don't have to retake so many photos because someone didn't emote in time or someone's blinking. You can just manually adjust each and every single player. For photo mode, you can show up to 11 players, and these players have to be somehow connected to you. By connected, I mean in a party or in a guild or a friends list to show up in photo mode. So it can't just be a random new player that's in the photo so they can't photobomb you, basically. Every proper MMO must have fishing, right? So the devs finally added in fishing to Blue Protocol. And how the fishing works is you basically have to match the power of the fish. So if you're reeling in too slow, the fish will start to get away. If you're reeling in too fast, then the line will break. The devs are trying to tie in a lot of the life skills to actual game progression. So they are going to be further developing on how fishing relates to this. Currently, you can just sell the fish I'm not too sure if it's just money that you get or some sort of other currency. Maybe you'll eventually be able to cook, since they mentioned other life skills tying into game progression. So I'm sure fishing will be added into that, and some recipes or whatnot that you need for buffs for certain raids because they're just super difficult. They've also added in camping, and these campsites are placed around the world, and typically there are going to be portals nearby these campsites, so don't forget to interact with the portals, otherwise you won't be able to use them in the future if you're trying to teleport. But with these campsites, you can light up the campfire and you can sit down next to it, and while doing so, you heal up. In the future, I hope they add something like cooking by the campfire, or maybe some musical instruments while we wait for other teammates at the campfire. It looks like every zone in Blue Protocol is going to have a portal except for the starting area. And what's awesome is that if you're just traversing the open world, there aren't going to be load screens between zones. I am such a big fan of that. They've also added some adjustments with swimmings. Before, in the previous CBTs, you could only swim at one speed, but now you can actually dash swim, or more so just like you can swim faster in the water. Before, you had to find shallow water to be able to get out of the water. You wouldn't be able to climb out, but now you can finally jump in the water, so you won't be trapped in there. Another adjustment they've made since the last CBT is that before it was called weapon fusing, now it's called plug fusion. And how that works is that whenever you craft a weapon, there are slots in there. How many slots you have on the weapon pertains to if you had a successful crafting. But with these weapon slots, there are something called plugs. The plug effects will be 1 to 5 stars with special stats or skills. Some people are concerned about this because this could be a pay-to-win avenue to the game. But the devs have stated that they will not sell plugs, and you can only get them through adventure mode missions and other ways in-game. So at the end of the day, it comes down to luck. Good old RNG. If you've accidentally skipped a cutscene or would just like to rewatch some cutscenes, you are going to be able to, since they've added a theater mode. And this theater mode will show your current character appearance. So if you've recently changed your character, you'll be able to see that through theater mode. Something pretty important that was mentioned in this latest dev stream are season passes. A season pass is essentially a battle pass, and there's a short time period between seasons. By completing quests within the pass, you gain ranks. The max rank for free to play is 60, and if you do choose to pay for the season pass, you are able to get to rank 100. The paid version of the season pass also has more quests, so for those players who do choose to pay, you guys will be able to progress in the season pass a lot faster. Although the devs really wanted to highlight this about the season pass, there isn't any content lock based on purchasing the pass. So if you're free to play, you'll get to play as much content just as people who pay for the season pass. For the premium pass, you'll unlock things such as gacha tickets, skins, and discounts on future passes, are just a few of the rewards. So it sounds like a lot of these things are just going to be purely cosmetic. We currently don't know the pricing for the season pass, but before the release with promotions and such, we will find out how much the season pass is. Now, there's the word that a lot of people are afraid of, gacha. Now, the gacha system in Blue Protocol is primarily for cosmetic items. So you'll get things such as stamps, firecrackers, which is like more so fun items, mounts, and customizable skins. So you don't have to worry about breaking the bank playing Blue Protocol. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you made it to the end, please don't forget to like and subscribe and possibly hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on future content. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!